Hi, I'm Dave Epstein, and welcome to this edition of Growing Wisdom. Today we're talking with John Burns. John's the manager of Lookout Farm in South Natick, Massachusetts, one of the oldest continually operated farms in the United States, maybe even North America. And today we're talking hard cider. All right, so I've dragged John out from the office, and we're standing in front of a row of Jonagold apples, and we're going to be talking about hard cider. And let's get right into it. John, hard cider is really making a comeback across the United States, isn't it?
It's hot right now.
This seems to be sort of a new thing that's really old that's back.
Well, to your point, it's very, very old. You know, back years and years ago, our forefathers made their own hard cider. And then Prohibition hit, couldn't do it anymore, and now there's been a revitalization. It really is nothing more than apple juice, apples that get juiced, and they go into a firm tank, and they ferment, create some alcohol, goes into another firm tank to clean it up a little bit, and then we send it into a bright tank, which cleans it even further, and then we bottle it.
So one of the reasons I decided to do this video is, number one, I like supporting local, and some farms struggle, don't they? You know, there's a lot of farms around the United States that just struggle to stay in existence. We see farms converted over to houses and malls and all that. So you guys are really trying to make this a viable part of the business to keep, you know, over 100 acres of farming.
Mm-hmm. Well, when the Belkins bought the property back in 2005, their objective was really to preserve this land here. And while Steve and Joan were interested in cutting the losses, I think they recognized that, you know, a farm, 180 acres, is really not going to make a profit for you. And I would say that since that time, what we've tried to do is look at things that would enable us to be more productive with what we have here. And we think we've got a real winner in hard cider.
So when I'm at the farm, I notice there's a lot of different apple varieties. Are there some that are better than others? Is a Mac good for it? You got Jonagolds here. What's good for hard cider?
So apples here at the farm, sweet apples that are good for hard cider, really Jonagolds, Macintosh, McCowans, Cortlands, Golden Delicious. We've got a Gold Supreme that's very good. And what's good about those varieties of apples is they've got high sugar content and they have the right acidity level. And then what you do is when the fermentation process, you know, you're adding yeast that is absorbing the sugar, yet at the same time is increasing the alcohol content. And any apple will firm and will create alcohol the longer that you ferment. About 2 years ago, we planted 3,500 bittersweet apples. And those are the apples that were prevalent back in, you know, the 1800s and what were used by our forefathers to make their own hard cider. So that when those apples become available in another couple of years, we'll start to blend them in with the apples that we currently have here.
So John, the farm is quite old. I talked about that at the beginning. When did folks start farming this land?
Actually, it goes back to 1651. John Eliot, who founded the town of Natick, you know, found this property. But long before 1651, the Native Americans were farming this land. We don't know for how long. You know, what we think we know is that, you know, they were here, they farmed from spring through late fall time frame, and then they picked the product that they had, that they were growing here, and then they went off deeper into the woods, I guess, for protection and shelter, you know, for the winter months.
It's amazing how long this land has been a farm. It's just awesome. So Aaron Matachuk is going to give me a little sample of this after we got done talking with John.
So this is in its what do you call it, conditioning stage. It's still cloudy, it's drinkable, it has alcohol in it, and we're going to make it clear by running it through a filter later.
It's good.
So it'll be nice, yeah.
It's
very smooth.
It's not beer, but it's sort of beer.
Yeah. I mean, it's an alcoholic drink, you know.
This better be my last video if I keep drinking this. I'm a lightweight. I'll give that back to you. John, thanks. This was just awesome, and I loved being able to hear Aaron, how he talked about how the process works as well. And he let me taste a little bit. You let me taste a little bit. This is definitely the last video of the day. Thanks a lot.
I got to watch out for your well-being.
For Growing Wisdom, I'm Dave Epstein.